So it says solve using the elimination method for the system negative 2x plus 3y equals 5 and 5x minus 2y equals 4. First of all, we're supposed to stack them underneath one another and we're going to combine. But we won't want to have to combine right away because we can see that none of these terms will eliminate. So we're going to have to do some manipulation. So first we're going to have to look, are we going to eliminate the x's or are we going to eliminate my y's? So I'm going to assess the problem. I have a negative 2 and a 5 if I'm thinking about eliminating my x's. My lowest common multiple would be 10, so I would have to multiply this first equation by a 5, the second equation by a 2. The second equation, my lowest common multiple between a 3 and a 2 would be 6, so in order to eliminate my y's, I would have to multiply the first equation by a 2, and I would have to multiply the second equation by a 3. So just to keep my numbers small, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate my y's. I'm going to multiply the first one by a 2, and it's going to change my equation to negative 4x plus 6y equals 10. How did I get those numbers? So just real quick, I want to show you. I distributed the 2 to the negative 2x, which gave me negative 4x. I distributed 2 to the positive 3y, which gave me 6y. I distributed 2 all the way to the 5, which gave me the 10. So since I am trying to eliminate my y's, I have a positive 6y right here. I'm going to have to make this term turn into a negative 6y. Since this one's already negative, I'm just going to have to multiply by a positive 3. I'm going to go ahead and distribute to every single term, and I'm going to be left with 15x minus 6y equals 12. Here, I successfully eliminated my y terms, leaving me with just 11x equals 22. So I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 11, and x equals 2. I'm almost done. This is technically the end of the elimination method. So I'm going to go ahead and now substitute into one of the two original equations. I get to choose whichever one I want. In this case, I'm just going to choose the second one to prove to you that it's not always going to be the first. You have a choice. Both of them will give you the same answer. So I'm going to go ahead and plug 2 in for x. I'm going to make sure that when I do, I'm going to put it in parentheses so that way it doesn't change my values. I'm going to go ahead and simplify, which gives me 10 minus 2y equals 4. So right there I just distributed the 5 to the 2, which gave me 10. Now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this constant, which is 10. I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides, leaving me with a negative 2y. Please do not forget this negative y. So I get negative 2y equals negative 6, divide both sides by a negative 2, and y equals 3. So my solution is written as x comma y, which in this case will be 2 comma 3. Please, let's not forget that you're not done. You need to check your work. How you do that? You will plug in 2 for all the x's, and you'll plug in 3 for all the y's in both of these two equations to make sure that they do check out. And if they do, you are successful. You've completed it correctly. But if you notice that they do not give you true statements, your answer is wrong.